Hi, my name is Erica, and I'm from the Alameda String Academy, and today we're going to talk about Evelyn Avsharian's book, Songs for Little Players, and we're going to do her second song, Walking in the Moonlight. You'll see in the first song that we did, A and B song, we talked about the first finger, adding the first finger. This time we're going to add another note. Every time you add a note, you're adding another finger. We're going to walk up the alphabet, basically, from A, from the open string A, to the first finger B, and the second finger C. And even at this point, I like to call it C sharp because that's what it's called. So A, B, and C sharp. Let's think about the counting first, okay? And again, you'll note in the A and B song, we talked a little bit about the counting, but I like to assign, especially for my very young players, the counting in terms of just how many numbers you count. So that a quarter note is 1, and the half note is going to be not just 2, but a 1, 2. So that helps us to measure the duration of time by actually assigning the certain numbers to it, and then later on we can transfer that into counting the actual beat position that it is in the measure. So the counting for the first line of the song, for instance, would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and we can do that to practice our gross motor skills. It's great for those who are, especially really little ones, who need to kind of put it in their whole body. We can do what I like to do is air painting, where we go back and forth. So we go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, and then we see that we really need to slow down on the 1, 2 in order to kind of use up the same amount of space. And now we can move that into air bowing, which is just practicing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is a little bit more complex now because we have our bow hold to manage as well as moving our body. You can also play that on an open string. 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. So kind of step by step, we add these coordinated actions to build up the skills that we're having and can kind of combine them. Okay, next we're going to add our left hand. And I always like to say that when you're starting, every single time we want to begin well, okay? And we're practicing reinforcing our left hand setup technique. Using the fingers, developing those muscles are still really new at this point. So we're going to be as consistent as possible, and we're going to keep it as simple as possible. So we put our violin up on our shoulder, we make a V, a very relaxed V. This is just like where my hand naturally sets. And then my violin is going to sit on the top of that B, sort of by the base knuckle of my first finger, okay? My index finger. And then from there, I'm going to make box. I'm going to let my hand kind of curve down into what I call the rainbow, or making a rainbow over our finger, over our fingerboard. And then we're going to turn each of our fingers into boxes, okay? So we have the first finger box and then the second finger box, which is going to land on the A string. The space between the first and second finger is what we call a whole step, which means that there's actually space for another finger to sit in there. So that's the one kind of thing we will want to watch out for. And then we can use our ear to listen to see if it sounds like it's in the right spot. So I'll play the whole song for you now, and you can play along. One of the things that I didn't mention is that as part of the setup process for this, of making your V setting your hand back so that you can feel your thumb in the kind of where the base of the neck of the violin starts to curve a little bit. That feels like a really comfy spot for the thumb to snuggle in. We make our box one with our first finger and then a second finger. You can even count up and play it to test it before you start the song. And then once you've got that, then go back, reset your bow back in the lower half, and then start the song again. Etc. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope that's helpful. And we'll see you in our next video.